Well, good afternoon, or good early evening, my light and light, my light and love, best of the best practitioners. Crew, who reciprocate equally on a norm. Okay, almost blanked out there. Can you tell I just clocked out? Literally. I mean, I guess that's the reason why there's a saying, just like so. But I was more clocked in than I was clocked out, than I am clocked out. At least for the morning shift, like, not because it was morning, but because of the crew. It's not that it's busy. The reason why it expresses like so, the hectic nature of it, is because the crew is blasphemous within their team member energy. Are you kidding me? My first day working morning wasn't like for a firstie, really. Like, it wasn't, how do you say it? It wasn't because I was a newbie, per se, but it was because people realize, competition, I guess. They feel threatened. I don't know. Run for the hills. What is that song by Kate Bush? It trended at some point. Like, it got really popular again. Keep running up that hill. Something. And, you know, she's like, dude, seriously. So, I'm basically wearing a cami to kind of piss her off. I don't know. It's just like, people need to move beyond. Let me just backwards, like, go rewind, okay? Because it pissed me off just a tad a bit. Yes, it did. Because if nobody should be touching you, okay? Male, female, whatever you engender yourself by, nobody should be touching you, okay? I didn't think it was such a big deal at first, especially when thinking about, like, sexual harassment. But, like, this also pertains to moving out of those considerations. Like, people, keep your hands to yourself. Seriously. Okay, so we have this zip-up shirt. It follows right here. Okay, right here. So there's like going to be absolutely no cleavage whatsoever. And for me, like, I don't have, I'm not challenged with that arena. And so, like, I like how I am, you know, I'm good with it, but, there's nothing showing except skin, just like on my neck, on my ear, on my forehead, whatever. But this particular person was wearing a hijab, and I think she's considered one of the managers. I don't know. I don't even know her freaking name. She didn't give it. She doesn't care. She doesn't care if you know her name. She doesn't care to know your name. But the thing is that, and I have no issue with people who wear hijabs, and it's nothing, like, no big deal. But the fact is that if you have something that you need to express that is outside of company policy, like, that's number one. That's one ding right there, that I went through the thorough, like, training period and whatever, updated policies. And, nowhere does it say that you have to zip it up all the way, right? And so when she told me to do that, I thought it was because of this necklace. I was like, okay, maybe some people might find it offensive. Still kind of like a red flag. Nobody's ever told me that, whatever, not even the store manager. So I thought maybe people were being nice in my first week. So let me just put it in the back or whatever. And I just moved it up like a centimeter. So I'm like, I'm not really 100% sure. Maybe she's conservative. So let me give her that little inch, not even an inch, a centimeter. And I gave her that consideration, and she took the whole mile. By an hour later, in front of another, like, semi-manager, she touched me right there. She said, I told you, it's the second time I told you to zip up that zipper, because, what did she say? She said, if your zipper doesn't work, then please let us know, and we'll go ahead and replace it. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought it was just a necklace, so I put it back here, and I thought it was fine. And she said, see, if you bend over, people are going to look down your shirt. And I'm like, okay, well, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll go. So I did it halfway. And so, on my lunch break, I went back home and I kind of bent over as far as possible to see if there was like anything showing. There's nothing but darkness. And the lights, let me tell you, because it's me. And so I was like, she's fucking bullshitting me. Are you kidding me? So I could tell right away that she was alarmed by me. But, you know, the reason why it's so busy and hectic in the mornings is because these two ladies, I don't even want to call them ladies because they're not working within that capacity, okay? There's nothing really fragile about the way they conduct themselves there. So they take over this arena that, like, at least 50% of the orders, they F up on. They forget things. And part of me thinks that's like some kind of programming to push it on somebody else, like make other people look bad. And so they won't move from their stations, even though they're horrible at it. And definitely not team players. But so I realized this after working just today, just within like the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. And it became more and more obvious that there were things that happened electronically that should not have happened. I know for a fact, I'm fully present, I'm aware when I'm like entering in orders that it's matter of fact what I'm doing. And this lady treated me like I was stupid. She didn't make me feel like I was stupid because that was not, like, it didn't go down like that, but she treated me as such. And I said, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I entered, and I don't know how many times I have entered in orders. This is the only time where we've, experienced a little bit of havoc. I didn't use those words, but, when people treat you like you're stupid or inept, just, how do I say it? You're not going to be as open to kind of like rationalizing with them because they're already within that set mode. They're determined on doing that. And I could tell by the obvious things that were missing from certain orders. It was insane. And then when she told me to go on my break, she's like, hold on, and she printed out she did something. She pushed a couple of buttons and she tore off a receipt. And then she just left. She just left. And so I'm like, okay. And she said, when you're finished with this order. So when I reached out to get the receipt to give it to the person, it wasn't there. It didn't come out. So I heard and I saw what was happening. She did like a sleight of hand and took the receipt so that there would be another problem. It's like I wasn't listening, like I was a freaking nuisance. So she framed me. She's framing this atmosphere, kind of like, don't mess with me, and I'm going to give you a bad rap, I want to contribute to that. That's her investment. And so I was like, motherfucker, I'm just working fast food. This is your life. Holy smokes. I'm prepared not to step on your toes, but I'm also prepared to I'll punch back. Yeah, I will. In a different way. So, oh my gosh. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's just several things. Ugh, yuck. So, next time, I'm going to leave it down and I will speak up. Manager or not, or whatever semi-manager you are, or whatever you think you are. It's not in the policy. So, you got a real problem. You're going to take, we're going to mediate with the managers. Yes, however high that gets. Because this is a problem that I'm encountering. They're going to experience it again and again. But it's going to be more and more obvious after the instance with me. Because that's what I'll do. That's what I do. Everybody. That's what I do. Okay. Now that we've got that clear, What is a fortune? What is it? Spirit, what do you want to say about this, like, morning crew? You know, because it's like they're tag team. Like, you can tell because they have the henna painted on their hands. And, dude, I have seriously no issue with that culture or the several cultures that use that. Like, whether that's Indian or Arab or a mixture, I don't know. Like, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And I've never had any issue. So it's not like they put bad taste in my mouth for the certain culture, but there's bad apples everywhere, right? Because that very same day, a few hours later, I met this beautiful energy, like, bundle of people that just rolled in. So charming, so like just calm and collected. Like, it looked like they just went to the pier, had like some seafood, and were shopping like with the family and just enjoying the freaking day. Like, building memories. Just minor arcana, building solid memories. Good vibes. So, even without that, I wouldn't penalize a certain culture based on that BS that I just experienced. I just know that was isolated. Like, there's bad apples everywhere. And so, what do? We audit. Yes, we do. I control my own experiences. So, what do we have here? Oh, wonderful. What it opened up to? The Fool card. So, these two cards opened up to that. Three of Swords, inverted or muted, and King of Wands, inverted or muted. Okay, what does this say? So this is having absolute confidence, like internally fortified in facing disappointments. Because I'm not the only one on the horizon that sees this. But I will for sure call it out. I will. I'm not afraid of what anybody thinks of me. Even those people that like, people, it's funny, like, everybody is reluctant. I took like a casual poll, just like, feeling things out. And people just say like, oh, it's just different in the morning. It's like, yeah, they're just a little bit more strict, or, you know, like, I don't know. I like evening shifts better. So they skirt around it. Any age range, any walk of life that I've encountered there. Yeah, that's what they do. And I'm like, let me tell you, no, not that. I don't do that. No. So, yeah, I'm good with, I'm confident in conflict resolution to the point where, like, it doesn't always have to escalate, but you can tell when there's very resistant forces out there and you have to work roundabouts in order to resolve. And sometimes you have to escalate it to the point where, you know, like, I'm just going to have like a little one-on-one FYI session here. And the next time, if I ever get scheduled with that crew, they're going to know. They're going to know. I don't have to work as hard because, you know what? You can only work yourself up to the point of what you're set up for. Okay? Because if it's programmed in a way for you not to succeed, then the whole team is compromised. Everybody sees it. If they see the comparability of my outputs this shift compared to another, they'll know where the problem originates from. It's not like I'm not a morning person. Dude, I'm a morning person at night, and if I can do that at night, I can do it in the morning. People know just by sheer experience. They don't have to have like a 6-figure income to know. They know. This is street smarts. With any like dime that you have in your pocket, it's street smarts. So, you know. And when it faces the Fool card, I'm ready. Shine the spotlight, Spirit. Do it. do it. I'm ready. Even if I'm the understudy to somebody else, whatever, to another manager, I'll do that. I'm ready to like face whatever that means for me. If somebody wants to like let me go for this other job, Spirit is saying like if they let you go, totally not worth your time. No, you deserve better. This is a moment of truth. You got to face it and see if other people are willing to face it too. This is not like a make or break type of thing where I'm like saying it's either them or me. It's not. We didn't get that far. No. But it's a simple like FYI. People like kind of need to be nudged into reality, because like you want to like, how do I say it, drag things along and pretend like you don't know that there's a problem and just kind of go day by day clicking buttons. Dude, I'm nowhere near there. It's a blessing to have me there. So, that's where, oh, there we go. Here's another. What is it? St. John's wort. It's good for memory. King of Swords. Okay. So this is total memory recall. Like Total Recall, the movie. I don't remember 100% what it's all about, but it's like this concept of evolution within an otherworldly state. So, it's advancement, like, how do I say it? Technological, like, advancements, but some things about reality in the cold world of the urban atmosphere is accentuated. So more hostile, harsh conditions. And so there's more agility within the way you maneuver through things, okay? So mental fortitude plays a huge role here. Even especially in the sit-down meditative process. Like, you're not going to go in there gung-ho, just ready to, like, be bloodthirsty and kill off everybody, Even Gollum had a specific role within mediation, within, like, the recovery process. That there's character development in all of it, and certain place, like, divine timing for everything. So you're not going to go bloodthirsty and killing off resources when everyone has their particular place. But you will hold the sword, and it's like, mother effer, you're not going... You probably would not want to dare cross my path within this realm. But it's like, it's calm and chill state. Like, it's total, like, this is non-assuming. You see his face? So it's like, if you choose to challenge me, you better be ready to lose. But also collectively win. Your ego is going to be crushed, for sure. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Anything else? Okay, Jesus Christ. Let's ask for the God of these certain cultures that I don't know, Goddess Kali, Krishna. Let's ask for the particular gods that they revere. Okay, what do they want to say about this? I mean, is that complete, or is there anything else? Okay, 2 cards on to like close to my right foot. Okay, Justice in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. Saying, Tina, undercover in the underworld, you definitely know what's going on. Like, just because you know what lays beneath the surface, like injustices and absolute like magic, like energetic BS workings going on with other people who are well practiced, but discriminate within their practices. You gotta understand that, right? Like, there's a refusal of people who are not seeing beyond the surface level. And for you to bring that about, it'll make it much more obvious You can't deny it, you know. So the other thing, though, was that when she did that and she touched, like, I was like, whoa, what the heck is that all about? I didn't even get to know the person. I don't even know the person's name. For them to do that around the heart chakra says a lot. You know what the comeback is for that if she was practicing anything within that motioning? Yeah, it's a penalty. Definitely. So, and so when the other manager was around, it was kind of like bullying, you know, that kind of energy. So when the one that kind of took the receipt, that one that was around, she wasn't even wearing her hair correctly. She had her hair in a ponytail. You're not supposed to do that because there's still strands out there. So because they were buddying up, they were, you know, pulling this BS energy. And so I told the lady, you know, I was trying to smooth things over. I was like, oh, you know, thank God. Or how do I say it? I said, well, I'm really glad that a woman told me instead. And she didn't say anything. Nobody said anything. It was just fine. Because that wasn't the intention, really. They weren't looking to make friends or make buddy or, you know, they were looking just to, like, you know. So so you're saying, like, pick up your wand, like, you know what's going on. Oh, it's a high priest. Yeah, these are BSers. These people who disrespect the power, the powers that be. They, like, dropped their wand and their rationale a long time ago. That's probably why they're in the place that they're at. I mean, we're all in the same place as far as, like, our clock in, clock out type of thing setup. But like, I know that this is just a snippet, just a phase for me to roll out certain karma, learn to develop my skills in certain arenas, as far as reading energy and getting to understand what it's like to, you know, to struggle again and know the comparability of one struggle versus another. So, you know, I value that part. But for them, it's like they're just there because it's not for the same reasons. They're not working towards anything, like, special. You can tell that. You can tell that energy, like, right away. You don't have to be a manager, but to understand on a managerial level, you'll have to look at, like, you'll have to see that. It's easy to read on that scale. Oh my gosh. Why am I sweating? Let me just... So, anyway, freaking, like, seriously. Anyway, so that's what they said. So yeah, this is definitely taking a creative approach in it. Just kind of like, doing the workaround to rectifying things. They're reaffirming what I'm saying. I love it. I love it. Thank you very, very much. Okay. All right. Anything else? Moving on. Anytime these things come forward, even with how, like, petty and minor arcana they seem, I'm supposed to get on here and, like, just talk about it. That's part of what I'm supposed to be doing. This is cash talk. Page of Cups in reverse and Judgment in reverse. Yeah. So people who, like, are not interested in your energy, like, go back home, go to starting point. Like, who does this girl think she is? Who does this person? No. She has no business here. Get her out of here. Like, we'll find a way to scare her off. Okay. So, there's that energy. Okay. But then there's also the energy of, we have secret admirers that are going to help and back us. You know, like, no, I was there. I was there to see it all. You know, I had other managers who saw what was happening, and they backed me, like, they didn't, like, get in between everything, but there were certain atmospheres where they could see what was happening. And like, for them to step in and rectify certain issues, like they don't talk about this stuff, like it's kind of like non-confrontational, but in conflict resolution, and they don't mind that I'm kind of, I don't think that they mind me being straightforward, because it doesn't throw them under the bus. It's more like, okay, if you want to, you're gonna do whatever you want to do, Tina. But at the same time, they're willing to like pull me out of whatever issues the other managers, like, I don't even want to call them managers, because like, what are they? Seriously, they're people that just like swerved off the road and are, dude, I do not know. I don't know. But that's good. That's good, because I was just reminded of, you know, a couple of people who are just, oh wait, what am I doing here? Okay, let's go ahead and fix that. Oops, sure. So, if they ever come to see this, I want to express my thankfulness on that. I appreciate that energy, because, you know, there's, we deal with conflicts in different ways, and we find our realm of effectiveness. You know, we find success rates in a certain pattern. So that's what we get accustomed to, and that's good. So I'm not going to knock that. We all have different ways, and sometimes different ways for different situations. Sometimes it's a struggle to expand on the resolve for different situations. So the way we approach it, anyway. Okay, so yeah, strength felt like on the inner part right there, and this was judgment in reverse. That still didn't. Let me see. Correct. That one didn't get turned up correctly, and it was nestled underneath this card, the first card, King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so spirit, like Jesus, is like, you know, chilling out, like watching out for us too, for things to turn up, like kind of putting that on reserve. Yeah, till the time comes. But it's they're saying we're resilient within our receptivity, because it fell on the left side, the forearm. Yeah, like, how do I say it? That our understanding of the situation is correct. We size it up correctly. We're strong in that suit with being able to understand what's going on. Collectively, individually, the energy is very apparent to us. So, interesting. So there's nothing to question there. Yeah, ships are coming in for spirit is, Jesus is ensuring that. Okay. All right. Any last words on this before I move into BananaGrams? We have the Magician in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this is undercover manifestor energy. Okay, this is what's happening. Okay. So, I think people who have to like struggle from paycheck to paycheck, they become adept in manifestation techniques. Okay, they make certain choices that ostracize them from other opportunities. It doesn't limit them, but it just kind of narrows out the path. So, I mean, I'd say that definitely for myself. So we find kinship within this like underground, unspoken energy, but we know it's very much there. We're all just dealing with our, personal stuff. It gets busy in the day and busy in the night, whatever. It gets busy in our lives. Sometimes, like, the words are just too much sometimes. And so we hold this within our rooted position. Like, you can have, like, the most abundant tree or plant on the exterior surface level, but it tends to deteriorate if something gets to its roots. I learned that from slowly understanding like the wilting of a particular beautiful tree that I had. So I'm going to get another one at some point when I have that luxury of affording that. But for now, there are other priorities that are put in higher, position that should be more accessible. So that's good. So we're giving to that energy, okay? Even if it wants to be kind of secret. Okay. Excellent. Bottom of the deck is 10 of Wands. We're dropping the load. That's funny. Expelling anything that that's just extra. It's extra. Okay, so, when I say that, okay, I'm no longer going to work the day shifts, especially on the weekends. It's just dropping that load. No, thank you. And however a manager wants to, there's plenty of people, that can fill in for that. But if I'm going to be penalized for a legitimate energy, especially when there's contact without, dude, you think I'm gonna let a dude do that? Why would I let some female do that too? When there's obvious, oh my goodness, that there was just, she said it so angrily. I don't understand. I when I clocked back in for my lunch after testing, I looked at all of the other females that were there that were far bustier than I am, or whatever, just bustier than I am, and they had it the same. Maybe they had just a little bit. I don't know what the deal is, but they're just picking on me. I don't understand. But they didn't show anything either, because it's at a point where you can't see any cleavage. You'd have to have it pushed right there in order to see any cleavage. I don't understand. But they'll get what's coming to them. Yeah, 5 of Cups in reverse. Goodbye, good riddance. Find another place. Okay. Either that, or it's going to take down the whole business. I mean, it's going to take down the restaurant. I saw how they were with customers. Oh my gosh, they were so rude. You wonder, why there's it's getting bad reviews because of them. I saw how they were. Oh my gosh, it's they talk down to customers like no shame whatsoever. So open up to 2 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely disharmony there. In the middle of the books, if you just open it up and any page, there's disharmony and people not wanting to go there anymore. That's crazy. Okay. Now, just for me, 4 of Swords. Yeah, just meditate, just think about it. Be in recovery mode. Use your breaks for, as they're given. You have unpaid lunches, so, that's fine. So if it goes over 30 minutes, especially within that atmosphere, I was prepared, because I realized maybe I was 5 to 10 minutes late from my 30-minute lunch, and coming back from that atmosphere, you just kind of lose the will to be right 100% on top of it. So they shouldn't have anything to say, especially if they have enough coverage out there. They shouldn't have anything to say about the extra 5 or 10 minutes that they're not paying me. Especially if they're picking on me. I had so many dude. I know people don't like the people in charge by historic, patterns. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to like have extra problems or whatever. But what I have noticed, especially in more recent times, is that it's like my feedback is very much important. It is valued. I think it's because of the kind of energetic power that I hold now. Yeah, I heard a long distance beep. Yeah. Yeah. So, one more. 8 of Cups. Coming back to reality. Yeah. It's like I'm giving them a reality check. They when they clock out, they make a huge effort to go back, like just completely clock out and go find themselves, do like a real break. And then it's just coming back to the reality that they're not the only ones that are experiencing it, but that can put it into a clear view. Like, this is nothing that's personal, but these are people are making it somewhat of a personal issue. So I think the more reports that you receive with regards to the legitimacy of the BS energy that keeps everybody down, including the higher up management, the better it is to kind of face the conflict in a way that it has to be solved. This is building morale within a higher level point of view. Like, this is a detriment to your success, everyone's success here. So I think that's why I am not, that's why I'm taken well whenever I do give feedback on that realm. It does challenge people to work within their higher capacity to, to show up within the power that they have as well. So, all right, what do you want? What do you want over here? We have O, U, Y. So we have U, kind of discombobulated. A, Z, O, T, X, D, P, D, E, E, Y, L, O, I, N, G, M, E, U. So we have me, mug, Tay. I understood the assignment. That's funny. Oh my gosh, we have Tay Money here, like the full name. That's funny. Yep, so it's definitely I understood the assignment. That's hilarious. Okay. Do you have Zelda here? We have Zelda too. That's funny. Okay. We have dope. Somebody thinks that I'm dope. That we're dope. By dope, I mean, dopamine. Yeah, that it's spelling it out too. That we get dopamine levels up high. Yeah. Okay. We have Nigel. That's the first time I've received that name. Hello, Nigel. How are you? Paul. PDA. Lainey. I think that's the first time I've had Lainey here. Diane. There's no R here. Lee. Dawn. Donnie, but only with one N. Alex. That could be short for, you know, that could be a nickname. Like, short for Alexis. Or Alexandra. No, wait. Glinda? Like the Good Witch. Glinda the Good Witch. Gina. Mogul. Oh my gosh! They're saying I'm a mogul. Mogul. So, like, I realized in standing up for myself that I have to be able to draw the line. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's like either it's me or them, but it's being prepared to transition into something better. Because if this is a make or break situation, if people deal with it in that capacity, then that, like, it's a confirmation for us not to be afraid of where that leads us to, because it's always going to be something better. Otherwise, we're just becoming a doormat, a punching bag. We're not doing that. So we have Eileen, Aiden. Oh, okay. Motley, Motley. I think that's the first time I've had Motley on here. Ian, both spellings. We have other names here. Maud, Maude. I think that's the first time we've had Maud here. Lindy? Oh. Somebody might like the Lindy Hop as well. That's very niche, or niche, however you want to say it. Yoon, somebody's last name. Oye? What is the song? Oye, como va? I don't know. There's OYE on the bottom here, like all together. That's interesting. We also have Miguel here. That's the first time I've had Miguel here. That's interesting. Hilarious! Okay. We also have Magpie here. Somebody's nickname, like Magpie. A little magpie. We have Tina. We have other names here. I know we do. Gate. Play. Oh, we have Play-Doh. Oh, I think we should be like, okay, we're going to have to put that together because I totally forgot what I was supposed to put together before. I don't remember. Tears are falling. We have Exam. Xena. Expedite. Oh my gosh, we do. Okay, frick. Expedite. Okay. So the more we stand up for ourselves, the more we expedite our journey. It might be like a little crazy, you know, like a crazy roller coaster ride. Like, we're just really scared to get on and commit to that. I don't know. Like, I'm getting older. I don't know if I can handle that. Or if I'm going to blow chunks. I don't know what kind of position that's going to put me in. If I'm going to get vertigo for the rest of the day. So it's kind of scared to get onto that roller coaster ride. But then what you're foregoing ultimately is that opportunity for fun where you're buckled in on a ride that has been test driven many times, that has been worked on, almost perfected. So it's expediting that journey. So, and you're like, oh, been there, done that. Excellent. So play. Yeah, because the more you let people walk all over you, that part where that your inner child knows the absolute truth, and if you forego speaking up for it, then you know what? You're just kind of like allowing people to bully onto you, and that's not okay. That's not okay. That's you selling out, obviously, huh? Okay. We have. And I always have to like remind myself, looking back, every time I had to leave a situation that was within that alignment of, no, this is not okay, it always brought me to something better. And not like it didn't, in the eyes of like, now I'm making, you know, twice as much as I used to. Now I'm making this. Now I, you know, have this awesome fiance. You know, it's not within that context, at least not currently. So, but you have to realize what's truly important to you. Okay? Because if it's going to shave off several years of your life when you're finally like in the mode to enjoy it, like, what is your takeaway? What are you going to allow for, you know? So, anyway, just thought I'd mention. What do we have for the Z, my dearies? Somebody might be from Arizona. Druzy? No, we don't have R. Izzy. So, short for Isabella. What else? I don't know what to do with that Z, people. Let me see here. Enzo. Oh, you know what that song is? Enzo. Overthink. I think it's Enzo. Give me a second. Sorry about that. It's Enzo. Yay! I think it's perfect. I only heard, like, he only loses touch with reality. That's the part that, like, I kind of fast-forwarded on, too. So, Enzo. That's 100% a channeling. Okay. Somebody thinks that something about ugly. I don't know. You know what song by Bubba Sparks? It's getting ugly. People, don't you know it? Okay, so let me see. We have a guy here. Goya. I mean, I could have put zoo, but I just didn't want that shortcut. It was just like, yes, sometimes it was a caged jungle out there. You know what? Let's put zoo. Let's put it, because we have 2 more O's left. Come on, let's do it. All right. And then we have a few consonants here. What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do? Guam? Who's from Guam? I don't know. Gay. So we have people from the Pride community here that, I don't know, I guess are hitting the play button when it comes to tuning into our energy, because we know that they know that things have been stagnant for a long time, and our energetic compound or interactions, they understand it to help expedite the journey. Like when you have I'm hearing moral compass, as well as the opening to navigate along with whoever's on ship. It's like you're in better hands through that that moral, like, camaraderie is what I'm hearing. Okay. Medi is somebody's name. Let's see here. Mud. Mute. Mui. Oh, somebody needs to play like a lot. Like their inner child is just. I don't want to say sad, but they feel very alone. They felt kind of isolated for a long time, because Moy is very, like, a lot. Not just, it's very, okay? And play, it's at the very base of play. So, it's definitely, yeah, definitely wanting to talk, like, have a little powwow, some playtime. And that's going to help. That's going to be the key turner. Perhaps some people are, even the people that, like, we're trying to frame the situation and throw you under the bus, haze, or there's all kinds of complexities, even within the retail or service industry, where you see that people are really bored of their lives, and so they create drama in order to secure their positions, because that's the easiest way for them to feel above it, while, like, not really doing much to grow beyond that point. So we have Guy and we have D here. What else are we going to put here? So we have ego. Oh my gosh, for real. Expedite, zoo, ego. So there's a lot of ego play when it comes to, like, the race to the finish with all of these other species, this caged jungle, okay? People's egos are in combat. It's like, who's better? Who do they like more? And why? And I don't even care why. I just want to know that I want to get my place back. So there's a lot of that stuff going on. Also a lot of guy ego. Like, I don't even know. It's forcing me to put Guy here. But let me see here if there's any other way that I can kind of work with this energy. We have Emmy. Muy. There's a lot of playtime here. Dud. Okay. Some people who strive for the top, like so much, become duds. They're just like, they're not swimming, they're not sinking, they're just like bobbing along. You know, they're just like, I don't know. Are they sinking? What's considered a dud? Whatever that is, it's kind of faulty. But it's very obvious to everyone. Okay, so guy. I don't know. Why is it ego guy? Because what I experienced was direct with females, but they might be having strong masculine energy. And it's not to talk down on masculine, but it's very aggressive, volatile, temperamental type of energy, very much accentuated. But this could be, very much hidden in the fact that they operate within the fact that guys, not within the fact, but within the nature that men rule the world. So they twist things in order to manipulate it within their own realities of not being a guy. I mean, I don't know. Let me see here. Because I don't like having it there. I'm going to focus on the fact that we're in desperate need of some playtime. So we don't mix both worlds. So we have a D left here. I mean, we can put it like as ED for like, expedited. Okay. So this is not just in the motioning of moving things forward, accentuating it, our journey, but it's already been expedited by what our inputs have. Yeah. So let me show you. Okay. So I struggled with where to put the D, and it could have been a Cheshire cat, like the smile as a cat disappears. It could have been education, like, or E. Otherwise it would have been EDU, but ED right there. Could have been the name Ed too. Okay. But like designated driver as well. Having that strong support system. It's like there's Jew over there. It's like, damn. There's that with some people's egos. But I feel like, where did we say we were going to put this? Holy smokes. Expedited, right. That just made the most like common sense that with our inputs, especially with us allotting it to here, because we could have been like, how did we were going to put it? I don't know. There were other ways that we were going to put this. Like do. And then we have again the witch's runes for female, the sacral chakra or sacral chakra, but also fertility. So we have that there. Okay. And so people are in different phases. And so this is very much legit within one type of energy. But I really feel like this was for my particular energy and where I'm at, because I'm able to call the ultimatum on myself, whatever atmosphere that brings to me, and that it has already expedited my journey. Okay? Because I'm not going to forego my quality of livelihood for a paycheck to paycheck type of job. You know, it's where do people place you on a scale of value, not in comparability to others, but what you bring to the table isolated within, if it was just going to be like a one-on-one. And I know that I bring enough not to question that. So I'm not going to forego what's due for me at the very bare minimum. So this is good. Like, we don't need to overthink it, because that's part of the song there that's channeled in. Okay. So I think that's all. That's all, folks. Okay. Where is that? Okay. So if you like what I do and want to contribute to my further growth, there are many ways that you can do that. And I appreciate all my sponsors and all my supporters in all of your contributions, provided in light and love. They are received and employed accordingly. Let me tell you. Let me show you. And what else do we want to say? So if you like what I do and want to contribute to that, the most obvious, immediate way is through the pentacle energy. Coins, that bag. Yes. So if you find me on Instagram, you just click on the link on my bio, and that'll lead you to my YouTube page, which you shall be intuitively guided to any one of those readings. And that is what your guides also coordinate with my guides and saying, hey, this is what you need to hear at this very given moment. Within that description box, you will find a lot of vital information for you that will help cement your recovery mode. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? And claiming back your power. And within that, you'll see my Venmo ID. But if for some reason you have any hesitation or are not called to view any more readings at this particular time frame of mind, and that'll lead you to my About Me page. Okay? And that'll have my Venmo ID. If you would like a personal, private, public reading whatsoever, email me. I do not respond to DMs for obvious reasons. Okay? And that is it for now. So now that this reading is officially over, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine, thanking you each for your respect in advance, because I am sending you back with your allotment of karmas due. Helping initiate that force of rollout. Chiseling things away. Oh, yes, we are. All right. Better definition, more clarity. I wish upon all of us. Sending you with that head start. Closing all portals. Enlighten love. Now.